Okay, so I took the liberty of writing these functions out. No, just kidding. I made a terrible error and then I had to recast the whole thing. Anyway, all you need to do is write these 4 prototypes for methods here. So you have void print, int get day, int get month, int get year. I suggest that you pause the video, rewrite them, and then continue. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and jump into the date.cpp. Okay, the entire date.cpp, I've kind of written it out. Multiple factors other than me messing up the last time I tried to cast is the fact that there is a good amount of writing to be done. There are a few things to keep in mind, so you don't need to write it immediately. Just hold on, listen to the explanation, then pause the video and you can rewrite it rather easily. The date.cpp file will include the date.h. There, all the functions are announced with prototypes, and here we are implementing these functions. When a function is implemented outside of the class, the syntax is a bit different. So you have to type in the class name and then colon, function name, and then, I don't know, parameters if it has any. And then, okay, the body comes here. That's pretty much the same as always. So this is what we are doing down below. Actually, just have a look at it one more time. As you can see, so class name, here you have the class name, colon, and down below you have colon. And then it says set date, that is the function name, the parameters, and then the body goes here. Okay, so now let's go ahead and delete it. So you have all these functions that have been written out here. Feel free to pause the video and rewrite them now. So you have these here and these down below. Once you are done rewriting them, I mean, just pause the video and rewrite them. Once you are done with that, go into the main.cpp and we're gonna do a strange thing here, which is basically to comment out the entire date class. You see class date begins here. We will type in /* at the beginning of the class and then scroll down we go all the way through the dummy class. So you have the dummy class as well. We're commenting it out as well. So just keep on scrolling down and all the way to the generic class that we have written previously, and just type in asterisk and then the \. That will effectively tell the compiler, don't look at any of this. It is really unimportant to you. And we shall leave that like as it is. This one, we're just going to go ahead and minimize as it does not interfere with us in any way, form, or manner. Down below in the main, we will go ahead and put this. But before we do, just keep in mind that I have typed in include date.h here, and there is no longer a need for IOStream, so we can delete that. Why? Why isn't there a need for it? Well, it's already included in date.h. You can see IOStream. No need for repetitive inclusion at all. But even if we do include it, it won't do any harm because there are include guards right here. There are include guards which prevent the inclusion, which prevent multiple inclusions. So don't worry about it. If you have made that error, it's fine. The include guards protect you against that. What is important, however, is to include date.h. And if we scroll down to the bottom, we can now access the methods in the class without any problems. You can date, dt, semicolon, and then dt.setDate, and it sets a certain date here, and then dt.print, and it prints out that particular date. If we just build and run this, there you go. It says 10th, 2010. No problems. So just to recap, all the function bodies have been implemented. All the functions have been implemented here, as you can see from first to last, and all the variables and function prototypes have been placed into the date.h. That is the general order of things. So with that, I am going to leave the decomposition alone, just so that you know that you can actually split these into multiple files, into .h and .cpp, and that is highly recommended to do, even with smaller projects. Even though it might have far lesser meaning and significance in smaller projects, it is a very good habit that will serve you well in the future. If you have any questions, as always, please post them in the discussion section. Somebody will be there shortly to address to them. However, if there is nothing else, I'm going to go ahead and bid you farewell and see you in the next chapter.